It's the Slam Dunk.
So how's that, eh? In some of the toughest times that we've faced, this long drawn-out recession, jobs lost, money's tight or even non-existent for a lot of people, Westpac announces its profit is up 10%. Thank you very much. I'll have a bit more of that, thank you. They posted $525 million in just 6 months. 6 months profit. Not bad, is it? And they did it by charging the same number of New Zealand customers. They didn't get any more customers, same number. More for the services, more for their loans, more for their accounts. They just nudged the price of everything up. And we paid it. Silly us. And the bankers in Sydney are chanting Kiwi, Kiwi. They love us. We're the killing fields when it comes to banking. They set up here and they're killing it. Their margin has increased. Not even Westpac in Australia managed to increase their margin, their profit margin, like they did here in New Zealand. But over here in New Zealand, Westpac went to town on us. We really are just a fantastic little place for these banks. They can come over here and offer average services, slip through new charges and even keep mortgage interest rates just a little bit higher than they do in Australia so they can maximise their profit here. And they send the money safely all the way back to the bank bosses in Sydney where the shareholders are really happy. They hand out a few big bonuses to the Sydney siders, the big fancy executives, and everyone's happy. They're already earning millions of dollars anyway, then they get the nice big bonus for once again getting away with screwing those gullible bastards across the Tasman. That's us. Like sheep, us Kiwis, we follow each other through the front door of the bank and walk right into the trap year after year. God, it's the government bank too. The government banks, they choose Westpac. We put all the benefits and everything through Westpac. We give them simply billions of dollars to administer, and they clip the ticket every time, and still they're shafting us on every transaction. And they jealously guard that contract too. For Westpac, it's worth so much to them. So you think the government might stipulate, if you've got all our business, then as part of that deal, can you just not seek record profits and screw over New Zealanders? Just pull back a bit from the, screwing over the little Kiwi mortgage holders, the account holders. No. No such protections. No such thought. It's a ruthless old world, eh? Dog eat dog, bank eats us Kiwis. And the banking inquiry is well underway now, but I just don't hold out much hope that anything's going to change. It hasn't so far. And the banks have good big lobby groups who are slick, and they'll fight anything that limits their right and ability to print cash out of us unsuspecting Kiwis. In fact, we aren't unsuspecting. We know they're doing it to us. We've got so used to it, we just take it now. Bend over it and take it from these banks week in, week out. I have no faith that we can clip their wings and make them suddenly behave like, purring cats instead of hungry vultures. So what other choice is there? Kiwi Bank. I think Kiwi Bank needs to be much tougher as a competitor, tougher competitor, but it's got bugger all share of the market, and it needs money. It needs capital to expand and grow, and the government's got no money. Kiwi Bank, I wonder if it should float. Ask us Kiwis to raise money through floating it, so we buy shares in our bank, take a share in Kiwi Bank. It'll be oversubscribed. You probably have to do it over time, but it would be oversubscribed. Millions of us would get involved, I reckon. They're a bit of nationhood. It would certainly help Kiwi Bank compete. They need money to compete. They need upgrades, and they need cash. They're starved of cash. It means they can't do anything. It might help the economy as well. It gives us all the option of, taking a stake in our own bank in our own country. It's a bit strange that we don't really do that. This is suddenly an investment option for New Zealanders. Suddenly it might be a bank of 5 million people. Maybe. Would be pretty powerful. Are we loyal? Are we proud? Do we believe in nationhood and sticking together and side by side? And, the attitude's been missing from all of us, I reckon, since COVID. But I reckon something like this could bring us fighting for the same thing. Give it a go. It'd provide the capital to start to take on these banks. Kiwi Bank needs some muscle, and it hasn't got it right now, and it needs money. If we all got in behind the bank and had a vested interest in it, could do a lot more. Maybe if it scaled up, provide genuine competition in time and over time, at least then we would be keeping the money here in New Zealand. We aren't wealthy enough to be simply sending up to $10 billion in profits over to Sydney every year. It's just heartbreaking. It's money that's normally in your pocket, gone to some toss pot in Sydney and having a big fancy lunch with a champagne, driving the Beamer home to Bondi. Keep it here. Back our bank. Come on, every year we do this massive transfer to the Aussie banks. They get almost $10 billion out of us for nothing, just like that. They must be laughing at us and downing the champagne at a big lunch, thinking that we're just chumps. Come on, let's give them a taste of Kiwi. Bit of this. Give them a taste of Kiwi. I say let's float Kiwi Bank. Buy into it. Do something that we really see these days. Let's strengthen and choose New Zealand banks. Start by floating this one. Surely we haven't simply given up, have we, and said, no, we're happy to be screwed over by the Aussie twats every year. Every year I'm just going to be rogered by an Aussie, I reckon we can do better than that. I just fear that the country Or certainly the current government has no love or wish to see Kiwibank survive. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe Nicola Willis is thinking differently. But we should make it survive and thrive. It was Jim Anderson's baby. National was never a great fan, but they need to. It's here now. You got to deal with it. It's well and truly here now. It's the only bank of any scale. Putting to one side Heartland and TSB, who they all roar their little hearts out, but they're much smaller. Kiwibank could be a much bigger player if this government decided to back it and float it, and we can all chip in. And suddenly, we'll have the capital to put the boot down. Put the foot down. Don't give up, folks. There are answers down all sorts of dead end streets and cul-de-sacs. We just got to think and be prepared and be ready. And we've got to demand more from our politicians who seem clueless. It's Kiwi. It's a bank. It's ours. It's powered up, not drive it into the ground. Otherwise we're left, getting rogered by the big Aussie players every year. And I'm sick of it. We've got to think differently, I reckon, folks. And we've got to back it. That's you, me, and everybody else.
Editor-in-Chief with Duncan Garner.